Hey everybody, this is Miss K. So I decided to come out to the car, y'all, because I had to I had to go ahead and get this hot ass tea. It's kind of old because it's been out a couple of hours, but as you guys may or may not have heard, UPS had came to an agreement today around 1 o'clock in regards to their agreement, their contract agreement. Now, you know Miss K got to talk about this shit because once again, I keep explaining to you motherfuckers in the back who don't seem to understand what fucking time it is that UPS as a whole and this whole contract negotiation sets the standard for the logistics, retail chain, supply movement. Okay? If you motherfuckers don't seem to get it, workers who are moving these parcels for different chains, for retail chains, for whoever it is, are very important, are very vital to how things works in the world. So the mere fact that their Teamsters union made sure they put their foot on somebody's fucking necks to make sure their people get paid should be a fucking example for all of us, wink wink, our fucking unions, about making sure we get motherfucking paid. Now, this agreement that they have tentatively agreed on today was about, like I told y'all before, show me the motherfucking money. Okay? They out here hustling and getting what they got to get. Because UPS work, baby. Them motherfuckers be working. Okay, it's hot in that little hot brown box. And them hot ass little tight ass pants and tight ass motherfucking shirt. But you know what I'm saying. They made sure that people got paid. Now, according to the tentative agreement of this contract, which was mostly about their part-time and full-time employees getting their just dessert, baby, because they got it. So now, what was agreed upon is the part-time workers will get paid at least $21 an hour. Or up to that amount. Their full-time workers are getting $49 an hour. Okay. So the healthcare stuff and all the other stuff, they agreed upon that. The sticking point was, of course, pay. And mainly for the part-time workers because, baby, technically part-time at UPS ain't part-time. It ain't. Part-time at UPS is like fucking full-time at the post office. They be slaving. So they wanted to make sure they looked out for their part-time employees to make sure they got a realistic motherfucking pay. Part-time work at UPS is not like part-time work at motherfucking Walmart. You ain't walking around picking up meat they put on aisle 5 and stuck it behind the sugar, baby. That ain't what they doing. So they wanted to make sure that their people were compensated. And they wanted to make sure that those who are already full-time employees maintain that high standard for the cost of living because inflation is a motherfucker around here. So that was the sticking point on that. I think that was a very, very good deal, especially for the part-time employees to make sure that, hey, shit, yeah, you may be working part-time and maybe you're not going to pull, 40, 50, 60 hours because UPS be pulling it for their part-timers. They pull that much. You know what I'm saying? If you're making $21 an hour, which don't sound like a lot, but compared to a lot of other places, and if you're going to pull 30 hours or 35 hours, if they're capping them out, that's a decent amount of money to bring home. And if you're a full-time employee and you coming in the door making about $49.50, then, that all evens out, especially knowing UPS do overtime. Now, I don't know UPS overtime rate, baby, but God, for $49, I'd be like, what time you want me to leave? I don't have to leave. I can stay right here. I'll be good. But anyway, so that was part of the major sticking points, the major issues for their contract. Also, too, they went ahead and put in their contract that there will be no more mandatory overtime on your days off. Now, for some of you who do not know or don't have people who work at UPS, because I have friends and stuff who work there, even though you get a day off, if they are short-staffed, if they need people and they call you, baby, you got to go. It's not like how we do the post office. We don't answer the phone or you say, I can't do it. Oh, I got a doctor's appointment. No, it's mandatory overtime on your non-scheduled day because UPS is just like us. They never stop moving. So they have worked that into their contract because most people at UPS, they do 6 days. They do a 6-day work week. So usually you get fucking 1 day off. And when it's the holidays, you don't get shit off. You working. So a lot of the UPS workers were getting burnt out. They felt like coming in mandatorily on their NS day, you already pulling these X amount of hours for the fucking week, that was something they wanted in their contract. And the Teamsters union got it for their ass. Okay? Now, what has to happen now is, which is also very different from how our union does it, our union, APWU, whatever. Even though it's a tentative agreement, it has to be ratified. But the Teamsters Union does not ratify the contract. You know who ratifies the contract? They do. The workers ratify the contract. So they have to vote if they want this contract, and if they vote yes, they want it, it is a ratified contract. 9 times out of 10, baby, they're going to ratify this because this is what they wanted. The sticking point was the money. So once they set it forth to the members, which is like 340,000 or 304,000 members nationwide, and they vote yes on this contract or whatever, then this contract will be solidified. So what's going to happen is over the next 5 years, because this contract is a 5-year contract, most of the workers at UPS will be making between $2.75 and $7.50 bump up an hour. So if you're part-time, it'll be like $2.70, you'll see a little increase slowly coming up. And then as the 5-year contract goes from year to year to year, you'll see that increase. For the employees who are already there, it'll be like $7.50. That's $7.50 an hour bump up going on for the next 5 years. Now, Miss K finna say this, right? let me just put the shit out here so you motherfuckers can understand what type of time I'm on. Y'all know I was very dissatisfied with the mail handlers bullshit, booty dean, fuck ass, garbage ass, wipe your ass contract, right? Now, APWU is going to be doing their contract next year, 2024. And like I keep telling y'all, this is an example of how a strong ass union, now mind you, this is a Teamsters union. They're quite different from our union. But when your union understands what the workers need and want and will not back down until that shit happens, this is what happens. You get a contract that most people will agree upon. Now, even though we're not UPS, we're not DHL, we're not FedEx, because FedEx, their pilots are about to strike too, if y'all ain't heard that, because they want better pay. Okay? So that shit coming down the line too. Just want to let y'all know, if y'all ordering from FedEx, baby, make sure y'all get that shit in, because they pilots are not happy. The way the world is working nowadays, because everything now is pretty much sent either over the road in a truck, or it's being flown in a plane, or there's last mile delivery by either us or whoever it is, UPS, whoever. This what makes the fucking world go round. Us motherfuckers that's on the ground making these packages move every day. And every time you turn around, especially with the post office, they're hollering about how they want to, make everything automated. Put robots in everywhere. But people still have to fucking do the work. And honestly, we at the post office are not getting fucking compensated the way we should be compensated for the work that we do. Now, I'm not measuring us up to UPS or DHL or anybody else, because they're separate entities. We are different from them, and the way we move mail is kind of different. But we all in the same gang, baby. Gang logistics. Gang moving retail mail chain supply. So a lot of y'all should be questioning how in the super fuck these motherfuckers went back and forth for 3 or 4 months, walked away from the table during negotiations, and came back today and said, it's done. Because UPS ain't fucking stupid. The higher ups ain't stupid. They know that if they had strike, it would have been a shutdown. And nah, bitches, y'all still wouldn't have got no overtime. 'Cause I keep telling y'all wasn't finna get no overtime. Now you really ain't finna get none, because they have agreed. But this is something that we as postal workers really, really, really need to be more vocal on. If you have union meetings or your town hall meetings at your plant, at your station, go to them motherfuckers. Let these people who supposed to be in charge of representing your ass, let them know, I'm not with this shit. We right here doing X, Y, Z, and we're getting garbage. Straight up garbage. But we being forced out, or we're taking on way more work than what we're supposed to be doing. And you're coming here telling us we got to do robots and got to do this and got to do that. And you're cutting out overtime. But the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. We got to fucking make the math mathing. I'm tired of hearing motherfuckers saying, well, be glad you got a job. Yeah, you right. You so motherfucking right. Be glad you got a job. But don't let nobody piss on your ass and tell you it's fucking raining. Because, baby, a lot of us, the majority of us, we work our asses off every fucking day. You make this money to feed your kids, take care of whoever, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cat, your dog, your plants, to buy wine. So these motherfuckers need to recognize our fucking power. And UPS just showed a lot of you motherfuckers that when you got numbers, you got power. When everybody's on one accord, you have power. When your people who represent you understand what you want and what you need and what you have to make it through the next couple of years. Because y'all think this inflation finna end? Baby, I went to Walmart and spent $40 and walked out with one bag. I don't even know what the fuck was in it. Inflation is a bitch. Anyone who represents you needs to think about the long term. If I have this job now and I've been here 10 years, what about 10 years from now? Is my pay going to measure up? Because that old whack ass contract that us mail handlers got, that shit is nothing. It's nothing. We are capped out. And it seems to me the people who are going to the table for us aren't doing shit. But they ain't even going to the table no more. Because that contract is garbage for the next 2 years we got it. But I'm just, trying to let y'all understand something. Because a lot of y'all keep complaining about why we talking about UPS. Because you know why you're daft. Because you don't seem to get it. Everything ain't just about one entity. It's about every fucking entity and how one affects the other. So if you think UPS would have strike, you really thought you would have got overtime? The way the post office right here, they right here counting pennies and shit? Do you think if FedEx goes on strike, if their pilots go on strike and decide not to fly these fucking planes, that these packages have to go on? That it won't affect UPS, it won't affect us, it won't affect DHL, because DHL flies. Everything is fucking connected, and I keep telling you motherfuckers that, but y'all can't seem to get it through y'all daft ass fucking skull. So, you need to be walking around mean mugging all your union people when you see them today. When they walk past like this. Because UPS just showed us how shit's supposed to get done. They really fucking did. So, you know what? I just had to come out here and talk to y'all about that. Because once I heard it, they had an agreement. And I told y'all just the other day, just yesterday, I said, they ain't finna go on strike because they not stupid. They gonna work out something, and they damn sure did. They damn sure did. Because, baby, you really think after the end of this week, come August 1st, right before the summer, before summer ends and school starts, and they on strike, it was going to be a clusterfuck. You have retail venues who are actually very happy that UPS solved their issues because they move a lot of their shit. So that's something for you to think about. Go chew on it. Marinate, meditate, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. Because that's an example. So the next time a contract comes up for anybody in the post office, mail handlers, clerks, think about what the fuck y'all really want. Let your representatives know what the fuck you want and what you will not accept. So when they go with that contract and they don't come back with some garbage that you just... And don't be the ones talking about, well, I didn't even know and I didn't read it. No, that's not even an excuse anymore. This is where you work. So you want to make sure that your job is secure, your finances are secure. Be up on what the fuck is going up. And understand that you need to voice your fucking opinion. Because UPS workers voiced their opinion, their teams of union heard it, and kept it going until they got what they wanted for them. Y'all need to do the same motherfucking thing. Real talk. But whatever. You know how Miss K do. You know I just be talking. Some of y'all don't be listening. Some of y'all be listening, but don't like it. I don't really care. Because y'all know what Miss K tell y'all is the motherfucking truth. I don't come here with bullshit. I don't come here with lies. So, I'm finna go back to the slave ship in a few minutes. I just want to give y'all some tea, give y'all some information, give y'all something to marinate and chew on. Think about it. Think about that. And think about how we can make our shit better. But, you know how Miss K do. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all motherfucking day. And always remember my postal babies. Love and light. Peace.